At Manchester United, his side recorded their 4th consecutive win since he took charge over the weekend. And our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokal, has joined myself in Clinton.
I love it when Kaveh's here.
Yeah, do you? It's a serious chat.
What a man.
You're the only one.
The chief arrives.
That's what you have to impress me. You know I got you.
Right, you can ask him something in a minute.
Right.
But let's just start by talking about Michael Carrick then. Look, if this brilliant form continues, and it's not just the fact that they're picking up points and winning games, they're playing incredibly well as well. Surely it's going to be hard not to see him staying on.
Look, I think this is such a big decision for Manchester United that they're going to take their time to try and make sure they make the right decision. I don't think they're going to be swayed by the fact that United have won their first 4 games under Michael Carrick. Of course, it's great news. You're totally right. They're playing like United again. It feels like they've got their identity back. They've got a head coach who understands the club. But I think we've got to be cautious. And at this moment in time, you have to trust the people who are running the club. You've got to trust Jim Ratcliffe, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox. Behind the scenes, they will be doing all the hard work to make sure that they identify the right person to be the long-term head coach. And one of the reasons why this is so important is United need to be back in the Champions League. And I think the best thing that Michael Carrick can do, whether he gets the job long-term or not, is make sure United finish in the top 5, because I think finishing in the top 5 will have a transformational effect on United, because finishing in the top 5, they'll get back in the Champions League, and that will open the door to the tens and tens of millions of pounds that you can make from being in the Champions League. If we could just look at how much money the clubs who are playing in the Champions League this season have already made. We haven't even got to the knockout stages. Look, Manchester City up there, £84 million. Liverpool, £84 million. Arsenal, 83. Chelsea, 80. Spurs, £73 million.
Staggering amounts of money.
Wow. Because of the new format of the Champions League. A few people have been saying, how come Arsenal have earned less than Liverpool and Man City?
Because they finished top.
Because they finished top. It's really complex, but the way money is distributed, a third of the money is distributed on how big your TV viewership market is, and also how well you have done in recent times in Champions League European competition. Right. And obviously City and Liverpool have a better recent record than Arsenal. But the reason I say next season, so I think Carrick can get them into the top 5. I've been doing a little bit of maths. Last season, 5th, you needed 66 points to finish 5th. United at the moment are on 44 points. So they need 22 points from their last 13 games to finish hopefully in the top 5. That is 8 wins from 13. 8 wins from 13, and I think they'll be back in the Champions League.
I think they'll finish 3rd. I honestly do think the form they're in at the moment and the run of games they've got and the way they're playing, I think they'll finish 3rd, and I think that's good for Man United Football Club. Back where they belong. It's Man United Football Club, isn't it? They've had to suffer quite a bit, these fans, but I think they'll be back where they belong.
I think the 2 toughest games they've got left are arguably away at Chelsea and away at Newcastle United.
Yeah.
And the way they're playing at the moment, you wouldn't bet against them winning those games. So I think Carrick just needs to get them in the Champions League, and then I think his name will be added to the list of possible contenders to get the job long term.
Don't get me wrong, I think Manchester United fans are nervous.
But I think they'll be back where they belong.
I think the 2 toughest games they've got left are arguably away at Chelsea and away at Newcastle United.
Yeah.
And the way they're playing at the moment, you wouldn't bet against them winning those games. So I think Carrick just needs to get them in the Champions League, and then I think his name will be added to the list of possible contenders to get the job long term.
Don't get me wrong, I think Manchester United fans are nervous enough about going to West Ham tomorrow, so...
Oh, that is a tough game. That is, because West Ham are in good form, so that's a good point you make, Emma.
What in terms of on the pitch, what are the big changes? Aside from players seemingly playing in their rightful positions, Kobbie Mainoo as well, who started all 4 of the games that Michael Carrick has been in charge for.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with both of those, and also working hard. You look at this group of players and playing a formation that suits the players, gets the best out of players. You've got Maguire that's coming back in, who's playing ever so well. Kobe Mainoo as well. Luke Shaw, everyone said, he couldn't play at left back. He can only play as a left third centre half. Martinez is now fit, who they did miss for a long period. Martinez is a really good defender. And Dalot is now, who had question marks, is defending and playing as a proper fullback, Dalot. So in all areas, they look really good. And you've got X factors, the likes of Cunha. Bruno Fernandes is levels, to be fair. When I say levels, unbelievable levels. If I'm now Man United, I'm tying him down to a long contract, because the way he's playing at the moment, he's grabbing that team by the scruff of the neck and games and being brilliant. And everyone,
could he be player of the season?
Yeah, of course he could be player of the season if he continues to do that. It always usually goes to someone who wins the Premier League. But I think from where Man United were, if they can get into the Champions League, and he's been that driving force, that's a good shout, Kaveh. It will definitely be on the list, that's for sure. But he's fantastic, and I just love it. And credit to Michael Carrick, he's doing a brilliant job. I do think the coaches he's brought with him have helped massively. Steve Holland, I think, who worked with Gareth Southgate, he's doing a brilliant job. But yeah, Man United look really, really good at the moment. I'm really impressed with them. Even another player goes under the radar where he's leaving at the end of the season, Casemiro. How good has Casemiro been? He's saying 3 years ago, everyone's laughing, his legs are gone. Good players, his legs might be going, but good players know where to be, and he knows where to be on that football pitch. Good connection now with the players
Kobe Mainoo, isn't it,
and everything. Well? Kobe Mainoo, who can do his running, but yeah, I think every Man United fan are happy, aren't they?
They are at the moment. Long way it continues. Who's on this list then?
Well, look, I think you can split it into sort of different parts. If you look at the sort of big name managers who are in work at the moment with international teams who are taking part in the World Cup, I'm sure United will be looking at the likes of Thomas Tuchel, for instance, Mauricio Pochettino, Julian Nagelsmann, Carlo Ancelotti. Now, the only issue with going for somebody like that is the World Cup final is on July the 19th. The Premier League season starts about 4 weeks after that. So do you really want to wait that late before making an appointment? And also, if you're taking somebody like Thomas Tuchel, imagine the kind of media circus there's going to be during the World Cup with England, if it comes out that he's going to be taking over at Manchester United. And also there'll be stories the whole time, every day during the summer, about what's going on with the United job. Why don't United have a long-term manager in place already? So those are the problems that you'd have going for an international manager. I think what United have been doing in recent times in the transfer market is going for players with Premier League experience. So what would happen if they went for a manager with Premier League experience? Then you're thinking about managers like Oliver Glasner, Marco Silva, Andoni Iraola, Enzo Maresca. Now, I don't know whether any of those would turn out to be any better than Michael Carrick. Then you go into the realms of somebody who is proven at the highest level, somebody like Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
What a job he's done at PSG. The only problem is he seems to be loving life in Paris. Yesterday, PSG beat their biggest rivals, Marseille, 5-0. After the game, he was asked about his future. He's got 18 months left on his contract. He said, look, I knew I'd be asked about this. All I want to say is, I love Paris. So it sounds like he is probably going to be extending his contract at PSG as well.
Manchester, Paris, Manchester all day long, no? Ooh, tricky one. I won't let you answer that. It's all right.
What about the shopping?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm here for the shopping.
What, you're not seeing the Trafford Centre? It's all right.
What? Yeah, you'll be shopping in Paris.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
In terms of the manager situation, then, because it feels like there's a narrative for some that it's got to be this big name manager. Where do you sit on it?
I understand because it's the size of the club, but if Michael Carrick keeps doing what he's doing from now to the end of the season, it's a difficult one because he's seen it many times where Man United have done it before with an interim manager. But I think this is different with Michael Carrick. I think if he does ever so well from now to the end of the season, he's got a great chance of being in the reckoning. I still think they will look at other managers, but he gave himself a good chance. Whatever happens, his stock will be high and he will get a job in the Premier League, whether it's at Man United or another football club, because the job he's done there has been fantastic. I, for one, would love to see him get the job, for sure, at Man United Football Club, because he deserves it, but I still think there's other names in the frame at this moment in time. But long may it continue, because I'm here for it. My son support Man United. They're buzzing at the minute.
The other thing I'd say about Michael Carrick is he's brilliant at handling the media as well. You know, sometimes under Ruben Amorim, he was generating too many headlines, but Michael Carrick has you know, he's got the experience. He knows what it's like to play for a club like Manchester United. He's obviously seen how Sir Alex Ferguson used to deal with the media as well. He gives very little away. Look, he's honest and he's as open as he can be. But it's interesting as well, whenever he's asked about his future, whether he wants to job long term, he handles those questions really well as well by just shutting down any talk of that.
Funny you say that, because he was actually part, though, to bring you our new feature, Clinton Morrison's Team of the Weekend in the Premier League.
I was struggling.
About it? Were you?
Yeah, I was struggling.
You keep across absolutely everything.
I do, yeah, but I'm still struggling. You've got to keep everyone happy. There's a few I haven't kept happy.
OK, well, you might not be happy at home watching, so get involved, because this is an opportunity for you to have your thoughts as well. It's not all about Clinton, believe it or not. So head over to the website and you can select your own Team of the Weekend. We've got that QR code that you can see on the screen right now as well. If you do want to do it, just scan that. But right, the big reveal then. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Clinton's Team of the Weekend.
That's not my team.
Right, let's start at the back.
That's not the team I picked now, is it? Imagine.
Donnarumma in goal.
Yeah, just because of the
fantastic save.
Yeah, let alone that save was a fantastic.
Sort of speaks for itself.
Yeah, it speaks for itself.
Luke Shaw, who is, you know, wow, a left back now.
I think
a lot of people's
that was the biggest decision I had. I was trying to think off the top of my head who I could put in there, and I think defensively, since Michael Carrick's gone in, Luke Shaw's adapted. Everyone said he couldn't play as a full-back, as that third centre-half, and he's playing ever so well there. There's a good shout. If Luke Shaw continues, he can make that England squad. Heard Tim Sherwood say it today, and that spot is open, and he's playing really well, and he's got the experience. But just has to stay fit, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Staying fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, right, you've gone for a centre-back pairing. No surprise that you got Mark Gay in
100%. If I left Mark Gay, he's not going to talk to me again. No, it was 50-50.
Could have got sent off, though. Huh?
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said it was 50-50, Dave. But I think he defended ever so well. There was a moment in the first half where Ekitike was one-on-one, and I thought he was brilliant. He's like a Rolls Royce. You saw what Pep was saying to him after. I think he'll be Man City captain in a couple of years. It could have been Saliba, and Gabriel speaks for himself. He's been outstanding. Them two. Throw Konsa into the mix and Saliba. They're the 4 best centre-halves in the Premier League this season.
A Villa fan will agree with that.
Agree with me?
Villa fan? Is that what
Is it? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's all right.
Bogle at right back then?
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant for Leeds. He scored the first goal and his numbers were good on the day. And listen, it's always good to throw... I could have just put Timber in there, the normal candidates at right back. But I thought, he was good for Leeds against Nottingham Forest and had a big week. And he's done well for them recently at wing back when they've moved to a 3. He loves getting forward.
The only thing I would say, but Bogle was great.
Who would you have?
Well, people at home are going to be saying Dominic Szoboszlai played right back.
But I was going to pick him.
And he scored a banger.
And guess what? Got sent off. It's like the fantasy, you get -3 points.
Okay.
That's the only reason he didn't get it. He would have been in there.
Fair.
But I'm just trying to put Leeds on there, But you are right, it's a great shot.
Yeah, I guess you get minus points if you don't win, or...
There you go.
Yeah, is that how it works? Is that how it works? Well?
No.
I mean, hat-trick. Cole Palmer.
Come on.
Can't not have picked him.
Come on, Cole Palmer, brilliant. Back to his best, where you like to see him back in his best. He can rotate with Bruno Fernandes. And you got Zubimendi, he's just going to sit. And let's talk. We talk about Bernardo Silva, fantastic. Bruno Fernandes at a different level at the moment now. I think his game's gone to a different level. And Zubimendi has been outstanding and can get you goals from that defensive midfield position. There's a talk you could add Dewsbury Hall in there. I said to Dave, Morgan Rogers has been outstanding, but all of those the players that I put in, all their teams won, so that's why I put them in.
And Palmer, 2 penalties in the same game. What's the mindset of a striker? Pre-game, for instance?
Yeah.
Do you plan if I get 1 penalty, it's going to go there. If I get 2 penalties, it's going to go there.
Do you know what?
Or is it just on the spot?
I think it's different now. When I was playing, I'm just going the same corner, and if he goes that and he makes a save, then fair play to him. But I think if I can hit it as hard as I can into that corner and get the direction and the power, it should go in. But these players today have got different confidence.